Beatrice Mwanya. Today is the 24th of January 2020, and here I am doing bacterial enumeration, dilutions, and plate counts, of which I will define some terminologies like variable plate count. This is performed by estimating the number of bacteria or fungi which have multiplied through binary fission under controlled condition. And I already prepared my cultures yesterday. I'm using the yeast to show of how I can calculate for CFU, and also explain more about the colony forming unit. I will use a diluent, that's the solvent, to dilute my original culture, and I have 6 test tubes here with they are 4.5 milliliters of broth, and I have my original yeast here that has been cultured, which is 5 ml. So I will be taking 0.5 of it and putting into every test tube, and after that I will transfer the mixture into the already labeled agar plate, so I can do the microbe counts. So dilution of bacteria culture is done so that when you spread a sample onto the agar plate containing nutrients, only 30 to 300 bacteria will grow and produce colonies. And a single bacteria divides into multiple times, forming a colony, which is called colony forming unit. Based on a colony forming unit on a plate, the number of bacteria present in the original culture is calculated. That is what I'll be doing. So dilution compares the concentration of bacteria present in the present tube to the second tube, and so that means my 6 test tubes here. So I will begin. I will shake the yeast so that I can make sure it's even, and then this one has been sterilized already with alcohol, so I'm gonna take 0.5 into test tube 1, and then from test tube 1 I will take 0.5 to test tube 2, and then from test tube 2 I'll take 0.5 to test tube 3, and then from test tube 3 0.5 to test tube 4, and from test tube 4 0.5 to test tube 5, from test tube 5 0.5 to test tube 6. And so the microbes that are under 30 are too little or too few to be counted. The ones that are above 300 are too many to be counted. And so basically I will choose which one is in between 330 and 300. So to calculate, I will say volume added divide by final volume. In other words, for every test tube it's gonna be 0.5, that is the volume added, out of 5 ml, which is 1/10. And so to get the count, if it's 0.5 to 5 ml, which is the same as 1/10, and which is the same as 1 times 10 into power -1, or 1, the ratio 1:10 dilution. And so for me, I will transfer this solution to my agar plates. One, to plate number 2, to plate number 3, to plate number 4, to plate number 5, and to plate number 6. So the more diluted the mixture is, the less the microbes are. And for me, I will go with plate number 3, which is as a ratio of 1 into 1,000 dilution. That means that it is 100 less than the first one. I mean, not 100, but 1,000 less than the first one. And so, which is equals to 250 colonies. So that is how we calculate for determining what plate to count, and then calculating the concentration thereof. Thank you.